Welcome back to New Day Cleveland, changing the way we think about cemeteries. I'm fascinated by this. They're also offering you a chance to go on a tour of history. Jamie Lynn and Maria are joining us from Riverside Cemetery. It is good to see you both.
Thank you.
I love this. Both very young women and have this passion for history and keeping the stories of previous generations alive.
Yes. That is our mission.
100%. I love it. So when people think of cemeteries, I think sometimes, I don't know, I don't want to say they have an eerie feel about them, but you know,
say that.
you know, they don't always feel comfortable being in those settings. But you're trying to change, and you have been changing the whole outlook on how we view cemeteries.
Yeah, we started this together right after COVID. And we have, of course, a mission of wanting to retell these stories of the people from 100 years ago who maybe haven't had their names spoken in that long. We do this because we actually have a chapel on our grounds. It's 150 years old next year. And and so our goal is to try and raise enough funds to give her a facelift because she deserves it.
And that's to the tune of about $200,000 because she is a beautiful slate roof that needs redone, and that is quite pricey.
So in doing tours, you allow people to make donations then to help to change and keep up this beautiful cemetery. So where is the cemetery, first of all, located?
Okay, so its actual address is 3607 Pearl Road. It's right in Cleveland. It is the cemetery that you might see if you are on Jennings, kind of passing over. If you have a stay at Metro Hospital, you look out your window, you probably see the cemetery. So it's right there,
And you will do these tours at any season, clearly right?
Yes, as you can see.
So what do the tours entail?
So they usually start with us doing a lot of research. Depends on which kind of tour we're doing. Our kind of bread and butter is our Symbols and Stories tour. I handle the Victorian symbolism. Jamie handles the history about the people buried there. I usually wander around the cemetery taking pictures of stones, looking to see what's interesting. And then I give her the people, she does the research, and then I do the parts about the Victorian symbols and what they mean and what they meant to the people that are buried there.
So, because that is your passion, right? The whole Victorian era. And so it's really fascinating that the two of you combine your knowledge to really give people, I can't imagine what the takeaway is. And I think also it reminds people, again, to go and maybe sit and have a picnic or enjoy your time there. It doesn't have to be with someone that you knew, but just...
We've, and over the time that we've been doing this, we have kind of come to, I guess, sort of in a way adopt these people that have not had their stories told. And you don't have to have some fascinating, everybody in the world knows about your story. In fact,
so true.
That's actually what we look for. We look for the people who maybe just made a small impact on life and be able to tell their story and get people to connect with that.
It's amazing. So you walk through, you see, I mean, some of these stones are absolutely beautiful,
too. They are.
But look, I see even a food truck. So do the food trucks pull up sometimes at the cemetery?
So actually, that specifically, we have a music and arts festival. So this was the last Sunday in July every year. This year we had 75 vendors, 5 food trucks, and 4 local bands that came. There were hundreds of people. They all came out, and that's one that definitely gets people to say, like, wait a minute, in a cemetery? Absolutely. Come out, enjoy the history, and keep the Victorian style of a cemetery alive.
Now, how do you, when you're looking at the Victorian symbols, what types of symbols are there that people are seeing?
Oh, goodness. So the most common one are going to be urns.
Okay.
So you can tell a Victorian cemetery versus like a pre-Victorian cemetery simply by the fact that there are just urns everywhere. That is one major thing. The other thing that you'll see a lot of are obelisks. Those are something that weren't as common before. So those are 2 huge things. We also look for really small symbols. Like in our upcoming tour, we're discussing these symbols for different kinds of secret societies. Those are often small symbols, but when we find them, we always are like, oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? So those are the things we look for.
So how do we sign up for an upcoming tour? You have the next one is, it's this coming Sunday.
Yes, this coming Sunday. The walking tours you never have to sign up for. Our cemetery is 96 acres, so as you can imagine, we can fit a lot of people in there.
Perfect. Okay. That's great.
So anyone is welcome to come. Just arrive, meet us at our chapel. We'll start usually right on time at 11. The only time we actually ask people to sign up is when they come to our library presentations. We have an upcoming presentation that will be going through the winter program at Cuyahoga County. That one's exciting because we actually come dressed in Victorian outfits.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. Oh, I love wardrobe.
Yeah, those ones you have to sign up for.
And how beautiful is it to think that you are doing this for people who have passed, and it keeps their memory alive. I hope someone does that for us someday. You know,
I hope so too.
It's amazing, and again, do kids come sometimes?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good way to talk to them about life and death as well, too.
100%.
Makes them feel more comfortable.
The more you talk about it, there's a stigma that goes with talking to kids about funerals and death and things like that. And if you don't ever talk to them about it, they don't know how to handle those emotions.
So true.
When you bring a child into a cemetery and you show them it's not scary, you don't have to hold your breath as you drive by, and you can kind of see the nice sides of death, not just what's eerie and scary.
Well, keep up the amazing work, the
Thank
two of
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Sign up, and then there's always going to be different events, I'm sure, that you're going to be doing too to continue to raise
keep
money.
That on our website.
So go to the website, and also you can follow them on their Facebook page right there as well. Thank you both for coming in today.
Thank you so much.
So nice to
you.
meet you guys.
Thank you. It's good to meet you.